Election night at the Zelensky campaign headquarters. It's a casual affair, a long way from the stuffy formality of the more established parties. Which is little surprise. Volodymyr Zelenski, the near-certain winner of the first round of Ukraine's presidential election, is a comedian turned actor. His only experience of politics is playing the part of president in a popular television series. He may soon be playing the part for real.
На всій території України.
Починається нове життя, нормальне життя, життя без корупції.
New life begins, a normal life, life without corruption, without bribes, without anything like this. Life in a new country, a country of dreams.
Zelensky will go into the second round runoff in April against incumbent president, the confectionery business owner Petro Poroshenko, who seems to have lost public trust over his broken promises to end the separatist war in the east and wipe away the stain of official corruption.
This is the crossing of Rubicon for not returning neither to the Soviet Union nor to the Russian Empire. And that's why it's so important for Ukraine.
The chocolate billionaire versus the comedy king. Russia will be watching the second round closely, as will the European Union. Ukraine is stuck in the middle, geographically divided by conflict, its economy in the doldrums and anti-corruption reforms failing to take hold. Neither candidate has ready answers. Back at Zelensky HQ, and this man, former finance minister OLEKSANDR DANYLYUK, could provide the experience the candidate lacks.
Something like an act of blind faith, though, isn't it, to support a man with no political background or experience whatsoever? Why should people do it?
Well, it's a good question, right? Because they trust him more than the alternatives. That's it. And they, blindly and bluntly actually saying that we don't want a continuation of current policies. We don't want people who we don't trust running the country.
So this is the shiny, hip new look of politics in Ukraine, and younger voters in particular will surely love it. Many are delighted by Volodymyr Zelenski's promise to change everything, even if he's so far made only the vaguest suggestions about how he plans to do that.
That will have to change fast as voters' minds become far more focused in the second round.
So this man, Zelensky, is a political unknown. His policies are unknown, but he does seem to represent for many people hope. It was just 5 years ago that protesters were out on this square behind me, Maidan Square, the second revolution in this country in 15 years. They protested here against corruption, for a different kind of Ukraine, a different future, moving closer to European structures, the EU, NATO and so on. Instead, what do they see? They have a frozen conflict in the east. Corruption is still rife. Some say it goes all the way to the top. So we have this rejection of mainstream politics to the extent that people are prepared to embrace a sort of blind faith in Volodymyr Zelenski. He's not there yet, of course. He's got to fight and win the second round yet. And those policies of his, such as they exist, will come under far greater and closer scrutiny in the weeks ahead.